Happy Saturday, Felicia Sabido. How's it going out there, everybody? How you enjoying your weekend so far? Hopefully you can hear me. My mic's up a little bit. Happy Saturday. I'm team member Aaron Glenn. Today I'm going to just read from my book of inspiration, my daily book of inspiration. I like to put positive vibes out into the universe. Happy Saturday again. Today is September the 27th, 2025. And this is the reading for you all for today. From my daily book of inspiration that I read from called Enjoying Peace in His Presence, God's Calling, written by Sarah Young. Enjoying peace in His presence, Jesus calling. And this is the powerful word for today of September the 27th. For the doers and the hearers of His word, relax in my everlasting arms. Your weakness is opportunity to grow strong in awareness of my almighty presence. Where your energy fails you, do not look inward and eliminate the lack you find there. Look to me in my sufficiency. Rejoice in my radiant riches that are abundantly available to help you. Go gently through this day, leaning on me and enjoying my presence. Thank me for your neediness, which is building trust bonds between us. If you look back on your journey thus far, you can see that days of extreme weakness have been some of your most precious times. Memories of these days are richly intertwined with golden strands of my intimate presence. This reading was inspired from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, verse 27, and also the book of Psalms, chapter 27, verse 13 through 14. So let's get to the subject at hand. What I mean by this subject, the mindset of the new slaves, where are the jobs going? Check this out. This will make a lot of sense. It explain everything. The culture, the mindset, the way entertainment is entertaining, the way that the agenda is pushed. You can actually see the agenda of why all these things are happening the way they're happening, and the reason certain subjects get brought up on social media and entertainment. Certain things are being entertained, but nonetheless, this will make the most sense and how you can help change this narrative and also help yourself. And it's not by coincidence either. You want to get going on.
Gen Z does.
And also, they know that the older generation is not going to tolerate certain things. They're going to speak up about it, and therefore they get took out. And it's just what's been going on. And it's going on, and it is what it is, right? Until they just have their way.
You could be like, Gen Z doesn't work hard, blah, blah, blah. Every single Gen Z person that I know has a time job, has a part-time job, has a TikTok that they're trying to make pop off. Every Gen Z person I know has like one full-time.
I don't want to expose this company, but they had some illegal practices going on. There was people 15 years old working way more hours than they're supposed. And I'm like, wow, and they tolerate this stuff. They allow this stuff to go on. They know they're gonna be silent and accept any kind of treatment, majority so, and they can easily be replaced. And these are the people they're hiring. They're looking for these young guys that they could take advantage of. So a lot of these businesses don't last long. The doors are always revolving because they have so many young and inexperienced and unaware, socially unaware. It's just like they're easily influenced, and they want to have a culture of these type of people who don't really think too much, who not easily, basically who's easily influenced, where you can get them to work the most, um, do the most wildest things, not even thinking about consequences because their mind's not even mature enough yet, and because they're bombarded with so much foolishness, they can't even mature their minds because they're focused on so many things that deteriorate their minds. All of these available drugs, all of the entertainment that's so demonic and by nature, they have no real source to even fight these battles and not even knowing that it is a battle going on, a battle of the mind. That's why a lot of people are so mentally ill nowadays. It's the number one reason why I advocate for mental health awareness as well, to unravel that veil so people can see what's really going on and start taking accountability and start being mindful of the things that you entertain and the situations you engage in, to be mindful of consequences. But nevertheless, it's by design. Those in power are looking for these type of individuals that they are easily influenced, and they want them to be social media influencers so they can continue to influence the toxic behaviors. If you're not promoting toxicity behavior, they're not really pushing your content. And it is what it is, right? It's no coincidence how certain people pop up all over the internet out the blue, like Castanet and a lot of different people, and they seem to have God in them. They want God in them, but the way to get there is not the way that a lot of people really want to. They don't know God for themselves, and they'll never know God for themselves because they'll never be encouraged to have a personal relationship. So therefore, they'll always have these spiritual guidance that'll teach them how to create this chaos, the stuff that they're doing, these spiritual practices, these occults, these secret societies, all of this spiritual stuff that they do in secrecy to keep you stuck on their team to fight against Christ. That's why I always start my day off enjoying peace in His presence, getting to know the mind of Christ, because this world is a fallen place, and this world will entice you to have this mindset to think that these things are okay and to continuously chase after these things like this is the prize, this is a goal, this is something worth working towards. And all actuality, these things are, let's say, fragile, because in the spiritual world, they don't worry about houses, cars, clothes, any of these material things. They don't worry about money at all. What they do worry about is how you can disrespect God and live a corrupt lifestyle until your death. And therefore, you've never been saved, never lived a saved lifestyle. And when God rejects you at His kingdom, you will have to fight for the kingdom of darkness, which is going on right now. All of this stuff is a part of you being a part of the kingdom of darkness for eternity. I'm not saying don't live a life. I'm just saying to be mindful of the traps that you fall into pursuing these things. And look how people are drained every day, tired every day, frustrated, can't even think straight because they're working all of these hours, they're doing all of these things, thinking that they're going to be rich, and they get a little bit of taste of it, and they're going to continuously do whatever they have to do to stay in that loop and never realize that you're not even you. Can't even find yourself because you're busy chasing out the titles, chasing out the materials, chasing after everything but yourself, never getting to know yourself at the end of the day because you don't have time to get to know yourself. And the more you chase after all these things to fulfill yourself, the more you detach from yourself and the more you become lost in this world to where, you will fall with this world. One day this world will have its judgment for the mindset that it carries on with. So that's why it's important to be mindful of the things that you entertain and the the thoughts you entertain and the things you engage with, because some of these things are leading you to your demise. Everything that glitter isn't gold. It looks nice from a distance, it looks nice in their hands, but once you get it, you find out it's not for you. It's too late because now you're tied to consequences. You don't know the power of words, the power of bonds, the power of agreements, and it's really crucial that God created the world with His words, and also that He gave a sacrifice of His Son, the ultimate sacrifice, so you don't have to be out here doing these rituals, making sacrifices to receive God's grace and love and to receive the things that you need, which is, beyond me. But hey, to each his own. That's the grace of God to give you your own free will. If you truly choose to do these things this type of way, it's order and structure. But we're going to just get back into this video so that you can see the mindset of these people and how it really don't make no sense. But to them, it makes total sense. But, to each his own. I like to separate myself from people, places, or things that don't add up to me because of my awareness of what potentially can happen with these things. That's why I like to think ahead, see ahead, and be prepared for certain things that can happen. I like to strategize my way through life and not just simply wake up and just go about a day because I'm blessed to have this day. Life is way more serious than that. I'm saying that you can't enjoy it because of the seriousness that's going on, but it's to be mindful nevertheless. And basically, it's just what I'm talking about and what this is about, and how you can see how this trap would keep you looped and losing yourself.
Because it's like you don't see it because what you see is the 140-hour job, side hustles that every Gen Z person has to do in order to get had.
Hey guys, what's up? Today we are back and we're talking about something kind of sinister. Yes, something sinister is definitely in the air right now. And well, yes, it can definitely be a multitude of things state of the world right now.
I look and I go around sometimes and I hang out with other people that are my age and they're just kind of just selfie. I'm just like, dude, like, oh my god, like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world?
Dolly Parton was singing on about, the 40-hour-a-week full-time with benefits is increasingly becoming a 9 to 6 or 8 to 5.
The 9 to 6 work week. And who is to blame for that? Because it was 9 to 5. Now all of a sudden I'm an adult and it's 9 to 6.
Both in the entertainment industry and in other industries, whether full-time or freelance, have begun to notice that they are no longer working typical 9 to 5, especially at entry-level demanding hours, late nights, or extremely early emails or call times. And that got me wondering, is the 50-hour work week or 60, 70, or even 80-hour work week becoming the new normal? Well, I decided to do a little something different beyond my
That is it. Every industry is the same agenda. It's the same thing going on. So it's like, do it really matter what industry you get into? Because I mean, when you open your eyes, the same stuff is going on. Everything is going in one direction ultimately. And before we go any further, this is I move. I'm your Regency. I'm your Regency. Something like that. I don't know. But yeah, check him out. Give you a minute to go. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just keep it like this because I don't be knowing how to pronounce their names and be disrespectful or nothing like that. But it is what it is, right? My shit's simple as team. And this what people I do. Okay, wow, really? How much time do you have to get to know yourself? I mean, is that your dreams and goals in life? It's to be you feel me? But this is the mindset that people fall into. They think that this is a prize goal. It's sad, really. At the end of the day, very sad. This a 25-year-old teacher. I mean, I don't think I ever had a teacher this young. To be honest, like for real. But hey, times always changing. Yeah. See, I'm glad he's saying this because it just really iterates what I was just saying. We iterating everything actually, and why it's so important. The mindset overall. And I'm not the only one who noticed this. It's going on, been going on. It's going to continue to go on. Yeah, I encourage you all to seek help, but I mean, I'm not saying to go to them, but take action nevertheless. Because I don't know who these people is. I haven't done any research on them. Um, that's all I encourage you to do is to do your own research as far as the help you need and being diagnosed. Because I mean, you gotta ask questions nowadays. I don't know who those people is or what they do. I haven't done any research. I never even heard of them. Because these years go fast as fuck. And oh wait, I want to say Obama was president. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I just remember recession. The recession. Jeezy was playing recession. Let me do a little research real quick. Cause it's been a lot of shit going on. I only remember when Tony. I mean, September 11th happened. Every year, sometimes twice a year, sometimes all throughout the year. Like this year, it's been shit back to back to back. shit y'all don't even know about because y'all distracted with other things. But if you really want to know, we could just go month to month to month and see what's been going on. It's if you want to keep up with that type of shit. I don't. That's why I'm trying to look back. Let me just go look back real quick. K2 disaster. So the K2 shit happened. I don't remember about that. K2. I remember they had the K2 weed or something like that. Like some factory weed that people was going crazy over. It was a crazy time. So that's the only main thing they really showing. They had an earthquake. 222,000 people died and 200 billion in damages, making it one of the most expensive disasters on record. Um, the disaster caused by an ice avalanche at the bottleneck, which destroyed vital rope lines for climbers. The victims were from France, Ireland, South Korea, Nepal, Norway, Pakistan, and Ser- Cerebra. The Sichuan earthquake, which struck on May 12th. Sichuan earthquake, K2 disaster claimed the lives of 11 mountaineers. Uh, 2008 world event. So they had a financial crisis, natural disasters, significant political changes, notably the election of Barack Obama. So yeah, I was right. Was the first African American president. So yeah, that was what I really remember. Like, I had a job around that time. Thank God. I always have a source of income for however long, who knows. But I wasn't really feeling no recession. I think that affecting people though. I'm basically feeling a recession, but that's not mean that everybody is going through what I'm going through. It's like a drought for me. It's been like this all year long. I've been maintaining and having enough to survive, but as far as like flourishing, that hasn't been happening in my eyes. It's been fucked up. It's been real ugly, and it is what it is. I'm not tripping. I'm not hating on nobody doing better than me. I want to celebrate everybody in their wins, but I want to be doing better for myself. 2008, when people was feeling now, I wasn't feeling that way. But I did understand what was going on because I seen the effects, the communities, and the world as these things were affecting people, and people hurt people. Not everybody who's going to be humble as me and just go through shit like this without busting moves. Some people get out here and do whatever, and I don't promote that. I'm not encouraging that. But it's easy to be on there. So it is what it is. I encourage you all to enjoy peace in God's presence. Not focus. So that's the mindset, right? Feeling like, damn, I don't got what I need, what I want. I need to go hit a lick. That type of mindset to get you not the consequences that you would desire, right? It won't bring you closer to your dreams. So yes, it's hard. It is hard, but nevertheless, it's doable. You get through this shit. That's why I was just reading this today because this is exactly what I was talking about. Like how did I make it? How have I been making it this year? Going through what I'm going through, but nevertheless, shit, I'm straight. So therefore, I'm grateful. complaining and feeling pitiful, like those lower vibrations that want you to be in that realm. Like I don't. That's why I start my days off and my broadcasts off with positive vibes because shit, that's what I focus on. So I have more of that. Not meaning that I'm gonna have opportunities or moments where motherfucker test my patience or I'm dealing with bullshit or whatever, right? Irritating type of things. The world is a falling place. You see how the mindset of people is like motherfuckers barely got brains. There's some animals out here who can have more intelligence, and it is what it is. It's just how you carry yourself, no matter what the fuck going on around you, and no matter what you're going through. It's about that mindset. But I was just going through this, like 2008. Every year for me is a good year. Like despite my my drought, I've been having a good year. I've been creating new streams of income. Been doing a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? It takes time to do all this, and I'm proud of myself. Very proud. So in that 2008, when the recession hit, a lot of people was carrying themselves real well. Was making it through this shit. Obama came. It was nice. It was a big distraction. He didn't really help do shit. Well, I like Trump because he sent me 2 checks. I appreciate that. Ain't no motherfucker really gave me shit. You feel me? Like, ain't nobody ain't gonna. I'm not looking for nobody to give me shit either, but I appreciate the help because motherfucker needs it. I ain't gonna say that he my favorite because of that. Nah, they got it to get that shit up. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying taxes, but anyway, it just is what it is, right? It's how you look at life. Mindset is very important. But nevertheless, that's it for the day. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about no shit and trying to get through some shit, but never that never really fucking get it. That's why it takes someone doing different to see different because if so many lost people leading other lost people, nobody will really be. That's why we always on here trying to figure. That's why conspiracy theories are happening to this day. That's why it's even a subject and topic because we trying to figure out the way. A lot of motherfuckers been spend time trying to figure it out, trying to get that mindset right. And the ones that did and do have it right, they want to use it for corruption. And it's the battle that's what's going on. It's about awareness, nevertheless. Use your mind, use your brain, take a little time, figure shit out. And if you new to my page, make sure you subscribe to my channel. How they do their stuff. That's why it's about that mindset, dog. Don't get lost in these companies making you help them build their dreams and using you for their advantage. Use you up, get them caught up, get them their bonuses. This shit sad, dog. It's fucked up though, but I mean, it's possible to survive. I've been doing it. I'm doing it. You don't have to be out here trying to chase after everything for real, for real. Just be patient and just be faithful that God is going to provide for you, especially if you have a relationship and you spend time getting to know God and being grateful. Because if you woke up today, you had somewhere to sleep last night, you got something to eat, shit, you got what you need. You should be grateful for that. If not, then you really don't deserve it. That's what you choose to manifest into your reality. Where the mind goes, attention goes, energy goes as well. So keep focusing on the shit you don't got and watch the universe remind you of the shit you ain't gonna have. And nevertheless, peace and blessings. Continue, man.